Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And so there's going to be this crossover movie with Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo. And I would be interested in it, except for the fact that the original creator of Courage is not involved in any way, shape, or form.
I'm more surprised that you're surprised by this.
I should not be surprised, because there's been a lot of talk lately about how, well, the creators of beloved Cartoon Network properties are being cut out completely from unwanted reboots and reimaginings.
Well, even in the Powerpuff Girls, they kind of make the original show out to be that it was some sold off version of themselves that, you know, was horrible and toxic and terrible.
Whitewashed. And 2016 Powerpuff Girls did not have the creators' blessing either. And that went really well. And there was some talk before, and I can't find the tweets now. I think they took it down. The Megas XLR creators came out and told people. And look, I thought this was common knowledge, but apparently it isn't. But the deal with Cartoon Network is you create the show, but they own it. So if they want to reboot it or whatever, you get no say. I mean, it would be nice for them to call you up and say, hey, do you want to be involved with this reboot? But as we've seen in multiple instances, and we saw this, it wasn't Cartoon Network, but Warner Brothers, and we saw it with Animaniacs, that they cut out the original creators.
Yep.
You know, that they can just plow ahead with it. And that's apparently what's going on here with Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo. And it sounds like it might be an okay thing because, you know, Courage always had that horror element to it. And it was a weird-ass show. And I freaking love it. We watched it. We watched it all the time.
Yeah.
I love Courage. It's one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows. And it was nice to see it get a little love, but I think this is going to be the Pet Cemetery version of it. It's going to come back and not be quite the same.
Well, yeah, they're not giving us enough to go on by that. I mean, I would have watched it, but I don't think it's right that they didn't even bring the original creator into it.
So we're going to talk about that. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 202,000 subs.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about the animation industry, talk about comics, talk about anime, talk about whatever interests us that day. And now you sent this over to me a couple of days ago that they were doing this movie. And I was kind of like, okay, I'm kind of curious.
Because they do kind of go together. Yeah,
they do. I mean, the art styles are very different, but having two dogs and they deal with horror.
And they're both coward. Well, no, Courage is actually, you know, he's cowardly, but he always saves his people.
Yeah.
You know, whereas Scooby kind of like runs away. You know? I
was always surprised that Courage was always surprised.
Yeah, I know.
Like there's aliens, there's banana people, there's whatever. This happened yesterday too, and Courage is just like, yeah, you know, I'm still scared.
Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been a Scrappy-Doo and Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh my God, yeah. Get Scrappy in there. Courage
it could have been worse.
Courage is PTSD Scrappy. He's
oh, okay.
He's seen some shit.
That's right.
Anyway, so yeah, coming from Cartoon Brew, which is actually a very reputable animation industry insider website. Courage is back, but it appears the creator, John Dilworth, has nothing to do with it.
Again, not surprised.
What could possibly go wrong? Warner Brothers announced straight out of nowhere. That sounds like a rap album.
It does. I was thinking
straight out of nowhere. Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog, a home release set to hit digital and DVD on September 14th. Responding to a tweet about the DVD's cover art, Dilworth wrote, "I had no involvement with this product."
Well, you kind of have to wonder how bad it is, though, because he's immediately like, no one's asking, and he's immediately like, I wasn't involved in this
product.
You know, and it makes you kind of wonder how bad is it going to be that he's immediately distancing himself from it and making people know that he wasn't involved.
Yeah, well, this is right up there with the Avatar live action remake on Netflix, where the creators came out and they're like, we had whatever happens. It wasn't our fault. We had nothing to do with it. The fact that he's referring to it as product.
Yeah, and not a project or not a movie or show.
Right. Tells me that he does not hold this in very high regard. Because sometimes they do ask the original creators if they want to be involved. And they say, no, you know, we don't want to. In this case, he's just like, yeah, I had nothing to do with this shit.
I like this one guy. Don't creators have the rights to deny their IP be used against their consent? No. if they sold it to someplace like Cartoon Network and they developed it, a lot of times you sell those rights, to these companies. Disney's another one. They take the rights. We saw Gravity Falls. They want to do books and stuff without, Alex Hirsch.
Yeah, well, he's been slamming Disney lately. They're not gonna play ball with Alex Hirsch. I mean, I could totally see Disney doing a live action Gravity Falls on Disney Plus and changing every damn thing about it, or just to put salt in the wound. We're gonna really gay this one up. We wouldn't let you have gay characters, Alex, but we're gonna put all kinds of representation.
And it's like because Disney's awesome, and finally Disney got to put it in there when it wasn't allowed in the first run, even though it was their own fault.
Yeah. So Luigi here. To explain it to you, in short. If you sold your show to Cartoon Network, they own your shit. They can do with it whatever they want to do. Just like if you're a comic book creator and you create a background, like Deadpool. Case in point. Now, Rob Liefeld has a little more pull, I think, with Marvel now than he did. But for years, he had nothing to do with Deadpool. Deadpool was created as kind of a one-off bad guy in X-Force. And then he blew up actually after Rob Liefeld left Marvel. And I don't know what the deal is if he gets royalties or what, but he doesn't have any say in the day-to-day of Deadpool, and they're making movies and all this other crazy shit without him. And what are you going to do? So yeah, that does not sound good. So Dilworth created the character for the Oscar-nominated 96 short The Chicken from Outer Space as part of Cartoon Network's What a Cartoon.
I remember those.
Yeah. The easily distressed dog who lives with his owners near a Kansas town named Nowhere then received his own Cartoon Network series from 99 to 2002.
Yeah, I remember it being like early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, we watched a lot of Cartoon Network, but back before the kids were born.
Yeah, when we first got married. That's when I remember it from. I remember being in the one house we rented and we were watching Courage on the TV up in our bedroom, and that would have been
Bravo.
Yeah, and that would have been 2001, 2002. Yeah.
So in 2018, Dilworth announced on Facebook he was expecting to begin development on a potential prequel to the show for Cartoon Network's sister network Boomerang. The project is on ice, according to Dilworth. Well, yeah, because everything going on at Warner right now.
Okay, so he's not allowed to do that, but they're allowed to do this.
Yep. Replying this week to a separate tweet that expressed hope for the Courage movie, he wrote, "Agree, prequel and turnaround and no feature. Courage Cowardly Dog not a priority with the new Cartoon Network management." So my excitement, well, there was no real excitement, but my interest
I did think it was a neat idea.
It's a neat idea.
I thought it was a neat idea, and I thought, well, that kind of fits. I would watch it once just for the
novelty.
Yeah, for the novelty of it. My mind kind of froze there for a moment. Just for the novelty of it. But,
Yeah, I mean, it's I think on, because, Scooby-Doo, they've always paired up the Scooby Gang with a bunch of, other cartoon characters. They've been doing this.
Yeah, they've done this before.
The 70s, they've been doing a lot of they had them teamed up with WWE wrestlers and all kinds of Kiss, I think.
It's completely, it's not a departure from Scooby-Doo at all.
No.
It would be something different from Courage the Cowardly Dog, but it fits with Scooby-Doo. And I think it's kind of a neat mashup there, and I thought it was a cool idea. And now I'm like, but they, kind of just went and did it, and I'm worried about how it's going to be when he's flat out saying I had nothing to do with this product.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. I just, that's my personal opinion. But
maybe it'll be good, who knows? But at the end of the day, just know that they can and will and do go on and do things without the creators.
Yes, they do. So if you want to get your show picked up, because we have a lot of young animators and aspiring comic book professionals listen to this channel. If you want to do that, you sell your show to Cartoon Network, guess what? This could be you in 20 years.
Make sure you have a damn good lawyer and that they really want your stuff, because, they'll make sure that they, take as much as they can.
Yeah. These corporations, they do.
What they'll do is tell you no and then have a show suddenly appear that's very similar.
That could also happen. Mm-hmm. That could also happen. So you're just a spoke in a wheel to them, and that's how it works. So I would recommend doing as much as you can do yourself. Mm-hmm. So you've got the bargaining advantage there. Yeah, I think with Has Been Hotel, I think she probably had, definitely, she could look at her YouTube numbers and be like, well, I got millions of subs and millions of views, so I own this shit.
Right, so you can't, you have more leveraging power at the table. Anyway, You can watch it if you want to.
I might watch it for the morbid curiosity.
I mean, we probably will watch it because we just want to see what happens. But I was more into it before I knew that they cut him out.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap this one up?
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.